Hey there, my name is Ed and welcome back to another Stacklands video. In this video I will show you how to make an automatic apple farm. I wanted to showcase this farm because it's just a really fun farm and it uses something that you haven't seen before. It is real expensive though. You wouldn't want to use this in a normal run. And I see that it's breaking right now, so I'm going to check what is wrong with this one right now. I think I fixed it. So yeah, this is the apple farm. I'm not sure what went wrong there, but it should work like this. It's a really interesting concept, so I will show you how this farm works right now. Let me put it in normal speed for now. You have 3 apple trees here. A villager will go there only when there are 3 apple trees there, because you see that the arrow goes to the apple tree. But if I remove one, it's not going to go there anymore, and it's going to go instead to this place, then to this place, and keep cycling until there are 3 trees right here, because you can see the arrows like this. It's a real cool concept, and once there are 2 apple trees on there, then this crane will take the villager off this spell, which is super cool. So this villager will only go here when there are 3 apple trees right here. And there's the system for it. You need to have magic glue, because if it's a little bit to the left, it doesn't work anymore, and if it's a little bit too much to the right, you will also go to the pal when there are 2 trees on there, and you don't want that. Yeah, this is how you want to start the farm. You want to have 1 apple on here somehow, because otherwise the farm kind of breaks. It's easier to do this thing right here with the arrows, because this is also a real weird thing, but I will show you that in a moment. First, this will produce an apple or a stick. 1 apple goes to this place, and the first apple will go to this greenhouse. But you see that the arrow now changed. Now it goes to this spell, and I think this apple helps with that. I'm not sure, but for me it seems to be easier to make this work once I put 1 apple here. Maybe you don't need it. Yeah, you do need it. Like, I'm not sure why that is. It's just the case. But the second apple goes here, and you see the apple tree is now done, because we already had 1 apple, I think. Yeah, the apple tree should usually put out 3 apples, but I think when I was testing before, I accidentally already took 1 apple from there. However, this apple is going to go here, and then going to go do this spell, and it will continue this cycle until there is another apple tree here, and it does it all over again. So it should output 3 apples or 1 stick. So 1 apple goes to here, 1 apple goes to this place, goes to this place, 1 apple goes to here, and goes to this place. Yeah, that's how it normally should work. Sometimes you get too many sticks, and this farm does break once you get 3 sticks in a row, but it's just a very low chance of that happening. So that won't happen a lot, but it breaks because the apple won't go onto the greenhouse, and there won't be another apple tree here for the villager to go on. So it will just go in a cycle and not produce any more apples, but once that happens, you just put 1 apple from here and you place it there again. So this works for apples. This also works for berries. It's insanely cool. I've put this, by the way, in 2 times speed, because you are able to see quicker what this thing actually does. But now we are making berries, and it's just the same concept, except you actually need a rabbit magnet, because berry bushes are able to put out rabbits, of course, and you don't want them wandering around. So you just need a magnet, and then also probably a poop magnet, because those rabbits will poop. I explained this whole farm, and it did do its thing, but it went to here, because this is not a berry magnet. This was an apple magnet still. Alright, let's try this again. It should work. Berry goes to here, berry goes to here, berry goes to here. Very nice. Yeah, that's insane. And I love this concept. It does break, of course, too. If you get 3 rabbits in a row, it does cost a lot, and you have to be exactly right with these magnets. Like, you don't want to have this, you want to have this. And once 1 goes here, you want to have this. So this is a very precise placement. Hey there, this is Editor Starchip here, and I didn't talk about that last crane that you're seeing right there. So I'm going to talk about it right now. That crane is there to pull the second berry that will go on top of the magic glue and the berry there. And it will not be pulling the first berry, because it's just out of reach. So you have to be exact with that placement as well. You don't want the crane to be putting the first berry that you're seeing right there, but you only want it to be putting the second berry that comes on top of that first berry. That way, that 1 berry will always be there, and the other berries will always be pulled away. Alright, back to the video. And in normal mode, you will encounter some portals, and those portals will still move the magic glues around, which really sucks, because this farm will break, and you have to put it all back together again. And you don't want to do that, because it's automatic. You want to save time, right? But it is automatic. You can have automatic berries like this on the mainland. You can have automatic apples like this on the mainland. And now I want to show you something even bigger. Welcome to an almost automated fruit salad farm. We have two of the farms you just saw. So one berry farm, just like we saw earlier, with a berry magnet here, crane to this greenhouse or to the berry place. And here you get all of the berries. And we've mirrored this whole farm for apples, and we put it on this side. So we have an apple magnet, a crane, and a greenhouse like this, and apple trees here, and also one of these cycles. And the apples come here as well. And once a berry and an apple comes together, look like this, it will make a fruit salad. And sometimes this will break actually a lot, because the fruit salad isn't done making before other apples or berries will come, and sometimes you get sticks, so there will be two berries and then an apple goes onto those two berries and it won't be making anything. But it is the closest thing that we have to making an automated fruit salad farm right now. And you can see we have 3 magnets here for sticks, rabbits and poop. It works if you just keep an eye out, and if it does break and we need to feed, I forgot to put the endless moon cycle on, the cheat for that. And the only thing that you need to do different here than the other farms is put the villager that makes apples a little bit ahead. So the berries and the apples won't arrive at the same time here, because they won't be stacked together and they won't be making a fruit salad. But if you put this villager just a little bit ahead of the other villager, or vice versa, it will work fine. I like doing the apples first because the apple trees have a higher chance on getting a stick than the berry bushes have on getting a rabbit. And then it will break a little bit later than it used to. Yeah, you see it. I've put 2 magic glue here and I've put 2 magic glue here just to keep cards in this space, but they still manage to escape sometimes. So this is not a perfect solution. You can also put another magic glue here, another crane here, point it downwards. Then the bell that makes the first fruit salad will be gone before the other things get there, but it still sometimes breaks. So there's no real solution. This works too sometimes, and sometimes this breaks too. So if there are too many berries compared to apples, you put them on a dustbin and it will be gone too. Just a way how you can fix this farm. But this is super cool. It uses a super cool thingy-majingy with the cranes and moving the villager away when the bell is too little and putting the villager back when the bell is too big. So that's real nice. And you get a lot of poop. So here are the resources and buildings that you need for one of these farms. And now I will show you the resources that you need to have 2 of these farms and to have like a semi-automatic fruit salad farm. It's just really cool to have. You can explore this by going into a new save file, pressing K, O and F1 at the same time. And it will give you a menu where you can spawn in cards and things like that. And there you can play around with these cards so you get comfortable with them, or you just want to have one of these farms in your world. That's the way how you can cheat it in. But if you really want to make it, it does cost a lot of money. I hope this video helped you in some way, maybe by having some entertainment, because I will not be making this in my own world. But it is just a real cool farm. But if you liked it, please leave behind a like or something, and I will see you in another video. Bye.